Okay, so I want to talk to you a little bit more about myofascial health, especially as it relates to beauty, because that's a subject that I find fascinating and I've been working with for almost 20 years now. I started working with myofascial health in massage school, which I had my first massage training over 20 years ago, and I was raised in a holistic household with a mother who was a reflexologist. So I've had a lot of experience in working with fascia, and I work with my own fascia daily. It's part of my self-care routine. And one of the things that I trained for about 15 years ago was a process called endermology. And endermology uses a suction, basically a vacuum system, with a hose with a roller on the end of it, to lift up the fascial tissues and roll them out, to smooth them out. And this was originally designed for burn victims, I believe it was in France, because they found that it helped to regenerate the skin. And what they also noticed was that the areas that they worked on were a lot smoother. And if the burns were in an area where someone had cellulite, the cellulite virtually disappeared after treatment. And so I originally trained in this system in a med spa in San Diego. And it was kind of a weird process to do with people. They'd get in this really tight body stocking and you'd basically vacuum them. And that was what I did all day for a while. But I learned a lot from it. And then when I ended up going to acupuncture school, I learned about the tools, the myofascial tools that we've been using for thousands of years, which are cupping, gua sha or bleeding or blasting, self-massage, and acupressure or acupuncture. And I realized that we could get the same effects at home or in professional sessions with a lot less stress, a lot less effort, getting just as good results using those ancient techniques as we could this modern technology. And that I could train my clients to do it at home to extend the benefits. And so it really became about not only achieving a high state of health, but being able to affect our beauty, our mental state, how we feel about ourselves, our self-love. And so we can use these myofascial techniques to support cellulite, in breaking down cellulite and really kind of sculpting our fat, which I love fat, I love my fat, but we want it to be shapely. And, there's nothing wrong with having cellulite. I would say almost everybody has some type of myofascial condition that would show up as cellulite if there was enough fat underneath it. So go back to my myofascial health video that I just posted, and I'll explain a little more about how to assess if you do need myofascial support. But that being said, if you have cellulite, you almost definitely have myofascial dysfunction, and so you need to watch that video and learn about the techniques that you can learn more about through the Radiant Goddess Academy and our Glow program. So for cellulite, it's most commonly around the thighs and butt and hips. It can also be on the belly, and we can have under the arms, but it can be anywhere in the body, anywhere. Those are just the areas where we're most likely to have myofascial restriction because it's close to major joints. And when our joints are struggling, our body puts down layers of scar tissue, the fascial adhesions, to support our body. It's a great process. It's really helpful in the short term because it really helps to stabilize our weak areas. Unfortunately, it can just keep building and building if we don't do something about it. So what do? We use the techniques that we talked about: cupping, bleeding or blasting, self-massage, and acupressure, or acupuncture if you can get in to see someone. There aren't a lot of people that offer, practitioners that offer detailed support for myofascial care, especially around beauty. But the amazing thing is that you can do a lot of it on your own. And if you need help finding someone near you that does offer these services in person, you can just message me and I'll help you find them. We'll do our best. So we can treat cellulite. I've dealt with chronic cellulite since I can remember. My mom had really bad cellulite. Our lineage tends to carry all of our weight around our hips. And we tend to have unstable hips, very wide hips, which are great for birthing babies, but not so great as we age and we develop more weakness. So over the last 10 years, especially since I had my youngest, who was a really big baby, I've had a lot of instability in my hips. And so I've had a lot of cellulite develop that I've had to find ways to treat. And I'm so grateful that I had that endermology training and that I went to acupuncture school and learned about all of these simple techniques that we can do at home, because I've been able to drastically cut back on my cellulite as well as increase function. So I had a lot of leg issues. I was starting to get varicose veins and spider veins and really poor circulation, cold feet. And since using these, not only has my cellulite gone down, but I've really been able to heal my leg on a deep level. And, to the point where before it was impacting my ability to even move and function in life. And now I'm able to dance and hike and do all the things that I want to do, as long as I keep up with my fascial self-care. So the other area that we can really support our beauty with myofascial care is with our face, our neck, our décolletage, just really helping to release tension, to increase collagen production. So as we work along the superficial layers with these techniques, it actually promotes collagen development to tone and strengthen the skin. You can see here I've got a lot of lines, and because when I sleep, I'm scrunched forward like that, and I've had a lot of sun damage since a very young age, so I tend to have a lot of redness and fine lines in here. And I'll do a video showing the drastic change with just one session on this area. We can lift and tone our neck skin, we can get under our jawline, we can lift up through our jawbone, and we can actually help to sculpt our jawline, around our noses. We can help with the marionette lines and I can't remember what these guys are called off the top of my head, with our forehead wrinkles, anything that is bothering us on our face, we can at least support it with myofascial care. And when you add in other things like holistic skincare, herbal remedies, nutrition, things like that, it becomes even more powerful. So I'll do a demonstration of facial and neck care using these techniques, but just know that they're out there, and know that even as we age, we can still feel really beautiful in our skin. And there are techniques that you can use that are simple and effective and actually kind of fun to use and really empowering, because we know that we can make a great difference. So if you want to find out more, go ahead and message me. We can set up a free phone consultation to find out what is right for you. And watch my other videos, because I'm going into pretty great detail about this process and how it works to help us feel amazing and beautiful in our bodies, even as we age. All right, Goddess, I'll talk to you later. Bye.